Have you ever felt like people decided who you were before you even got the chance to really talk to them? Well, my name is Sienna Stroud, and as a mixed woman in America, I've learned that often people already think they know me just by one glance. That same feeling is exactly why I feel like Just Walk On By and A Danger of a Single Story is a mirror for my experience. Both authors help me realize how often people rely on simplified, incomplete stories about others and how the same assumptions have shaped the way I've been treated because of my appearance. Adichie talks about the single story, the idea that stereotypes aren't always completely wrong, but always incomplete. When she says that showing someone as only one thing over and over again convinces people that's all they are, I feel as though I can relate to that. In Staples, people crossing the street, fearing him, and misjudging him without ever really knowing him shows the impact of these incomplete stories. As a mixed woman, I experienced something similar, even though it looks a bit different. One personal moment that mirrors these stories happened in high school. A classmate said, "You don't act black enough to understand racism." It was meant as a joke, but unfortunately, it stuck with me. Suddenly, I felt erased from both sides of my identity just because of one simple comment. They created a single story for me, one where my background was something to question or doubt. And in that moment, probably just like Staples, I felt misunderstood. And like Adichie describes, someone reduced my complex identity into one oversimplified label. There were other moments too where people would assume that I was sassy growing up. Though I was sassy, not because I was half black, but because I was a stuck up only child. There were plenty of times where I felt stared at walking into certain places, as if people were mentally placing me in whatever stereotype they recognized first, usually depending if they saw me with my mom or my dad. It didn't matter that they didn't know my personality or my story. They relied solely on the version they built in their head. That's exactly why Staples' essay resonates with me. He shows how exhausting it is to constantly navigate other people's judgments and assumptions. And Adichie explains the root of it all. People cling to a single story because it's easier than understanding someone's full humanity. And my experience reflects both points. What I take from these stories and my own experience is single stories limit anyone and everyone. They shrink people down, erase identity, and create barriers between us. My hope is that we all slow down and question these assumptions and let people reveal who they truly are, because when we see others with empathy and openness, we give them the space to be whole and not just a stereotype that society has placed on them. Thank you.